Dragon Ball Superhero, the second Dragon Ball Super movie. And check out these awesome Gamma figures from KD Empire in Sparks, Nevada. Huge shout out to KD Empire in Sparks, Nevada for some of these figures. Always has great figures. Make sure you go check him out. I'll leave a link to his website in the description. Thank you, Javier. I love the figures. But yeah, so Dragon Ball Superhero. So this movie starts with kind of like showing off a recap of like the Red Ribbon Army saga from the original Dragon Ball. Showing Goku's versus them. How he defeats them, and then like it also shows the Android saga in Dragon Ball Z. Also like reanimated too. Like Goku fighting the androids and Cell. So that was pretty awesome to see. And then it shows off the son of the leader of the Red Ribbon Army, wanting revenge against Goku and the Z Fighters. So because what they did to to his father. So he recruits Dr. Gero's grandson to help him, and he agrees. Saying that they're gonna save the world from evil, which is Goku and the Z Fighters. So eventually they trick him. And so after a few months, Piccolo's training Pan, who's now 3.5 years old. So with Pan being 3.5 years old now, so that this movie takes place like 9 years after the defeat of Kid Buu. So that's pretty cool. Like one more year left to the end of Z. So after this movie, I guess. So yeah, just one more year after that. And then after Piccolo's training Pan, he gets ambushed by this guy right here, Gamma 2, which is pretty awesome. He's pretty funny. He fights pretty good. This guy is without doubt my favorite character in this movie. He is just awesome to see. And so he's fighting Piccolo, and he thinks he beat him. So he flies back to the base, but Piccolo's following him because he thinks he defeated him. And Piccolo follows Gamma 2 to the Red Ribbon Army base, and he sees that there's also another one too, and eventually now, so Dr. Gero's grandson created these two, and you now see what they're doing from their eyes, and they see that Piccolo is still alive, so they got to go back and find him, but they don't do that right away. And then as Piccolo's in the base, he finds out that the Red Ribbon Army has a secret weapon to destroy the Z Fighters and conquer the world, and so Piccolo's not worried, so eventually he sneaks out of the base, to warn Goku. He tries to get Bulma to get Goku and Vegeta to come back to Earth because they're training on Beerus' planet, so they really can't do that because they can't contact them. And so it's pretty much just Piccolo and Gohan, but Gohan's gotten weak again, after the Tournament of Power. He's not as strong as he was in the Tournament of Power. He's actually gotten weaker. And so Piccolo's pretty much by himself right now because there's no one to help him. And yeah, so I don't want to go too much into this movie because I feel it kind of I'll give too much away if I give more into the story. But this movie honestly should have been called Superhero. This movie should have been called Piccolo's movie because 90% of this movie is is all about Piccolo. I'm not kidding. Piccolo's pretty much in almost every scene in this movie. Even look at the back too. See it? Piccolo go on, the Gammas, then the side right there, it's Piccolo, and go on, but it's mostly more about Piccolo. This movie should have been called, Piccolo's movie or Piccolo Hero or something about Piccolo, because it's mostly more about Piccolo. We do Goku and Vegeta are not really in this movie a lot. There's maybe a few scenes where they're in it, but not too much. Beerus and Whis are in there, and so is Broly, but again, they're not really much involved in the story. And Gohan is a little bit involved too, but we don't really see him that much in action till later on in the film. And Goten and Trunks, they're also in this movie, but they also kind of I feel they kind of ripped us off again because we saw Goten so many times in Dragon Ball Z, and he didn't fit in the movies, but in this movie, they're about to do fusion, but again, they screw it up, so they turn to the fat Gotenks, and I feel we could have had a teenage Gotenks, but again, they kind of just ruined that with they did in GT. Remember in GT, Goten and Trunks were going to do fusion against Baby, but Goku's no, this is my fight. Super Saiyan 4 is all we have, not fusion, So I feel that's kind of a disappointment. This movie was pretty funny though. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty funny movie. Lots of funny scenes, especially from this guy right here, and Bulma has a few funny scenes too, and but other than that, this movie is pretty awesome. I feel it's it's kind of show more, to show the Z Fighters that have more I guess is to get the Z fighters to train more besides Goku and Vegeta. You know, they're always training, so like, you know, Piccolo's training too, but like always know he's not as strong as, you know, the Saiyan, so he's trying to get Gohan to train more because, you know, he's slacking. And, you know, Goten and Trunks, you know, aren't that strong either, even though they're teenagers. Krillin, you know, he's still a police officer, so he's kind of like, you know, a little bit strong. He's still training, but like, and then of course, you know, Pan too, like also showing her like to kind of like, I guess, like, you know, believe in herself too, because, you know, she's training with Piccolo. So again, I don't want to get go too much in depth to the story, because again, like, you know, it is still brand new. So I'm pretty sure some people haven't seen it yet, but yeah. But Dragon Ball Super Superhero, did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment below, let me know, and have a great day, everyone.